Globalization. With a quick Google search, it means that it is the process by which businesses or other organizations develop international influence or start cooperating on an international scale. Globalization has many effects on language, both positive and negative. Languages are then the very lifeline of globalization. Without language, there will be no globalization, and vice versa. Due to these circumstances, global communication existed. Global communication is the communication practice that occurs across international borders that further promotes globalization. It is a cultural cycle.
Globalization comes in different phases and it also comes in different functions. It has different characteristics that defines it to help give it meaning and purpose. These characteristics includes free trade. It means free trade between countries. It is basically the absence of excessive governmental control over trade. Liberalization. The freedom of industrialists or businessmen to establish industries, trades, or commerce either in his country or abroad. It is the free exchange of capital, goods, service, and technologies between countries. Connectivity. Localities being connected with the world by breaking national boundaries. Connectivity is about forging links between one society to another and one country and another through international transmission of knowledge, literature, technology, culture, and information. Borderless globe. Breaking of national barriers and creation of interconnectedness. It basically is the ideal of borderless globe articulated by Kenichi Omei. This list is the textbook information about the characteristics of globalization, but how do all these characteristics relate with communication? Well, while globalization mainly focuses on the economic sides of the world, it also greatly affects culture and communication. Both globalization and global communication have changed the environmental, cultural, political, and economic elements of the world.
Globalization brings a number of potential benefits to international producers and national economies, and that brings us to the advantages of globalization, the global communication. It makes the world a smaller place. The world being a small place has become more evident with the rise of global communication. People separated by distance can stay connected with each other through electronic communication. Improved cultural education. The increase of global communication has led to new tools for educating children about different cultures. For instance, teachers can use technology to allow political leaders and cultural experts to educate students on the differences and traditions of other cultures.
Global communication is directly affected by the process of globalization. Both globalization and global communication have changed the environmental, cultural, political, and economic elements of the world. And here are some effects of globalization to language use and communication. Fewer cultural barriers. The way people approach problems and how they participate in communities is all influenced by culture. Globalization has made it possible. With television and movies, cultural barriers are becoming less prevalent. Creation of global village. Global village is created when distance and isolation no longer matter because people are connected by technology with the help of globalization and global communication. Globalization and global communication have made it easier to see people on the other side of the world as a neighbor, instead of a stranger from a faraway land because with modern and advanced technology. And with the access to social media such as Facebook and YouTube, and online search engine like Google and Bing, there is so much knowledge about other countries and cultures available you can access that makes no longer a complete mystery. In conclusion, globalization creates and develops cultures exponentially, thus creating global communication and of course with the incorporation of its advantages and effects that help us enrich, progress, and advance the cultural state of affairs of the planet. All thanks to globalization. Thank you for listening.